And welcome back to the workshop and my journey as we're working on the sewing cabinet. Two major things. I was going to be just sanding the workpiece this time, but I realised there is actually a little bit of snagging that I need to do. For example, you'll remember quite a few episodes back when I was putting the carcass together, I thought I'd measured this base accurately, but I haven't. Down this edge, it isn't actually in the slot. So at the moment, there is nothing supporting either this top edge or this side edge here. So what I need to do is just put something in this corner so that I can just support the base and stop everything falling out if it gets any sort of weight on it. Once that's done, then I can start sanding. So here we've got the base that is definitely not supported. It's only supported in the opposite corner. So all I need is something to attach to this part of the rail here and this part of the rail here. It doesn't need to be much, it only needs to be glued on. That's going to be strong enough. But let me just see the sort of depth that I need. So from the easiest way is to take it from the bottom, because the bottom, all the rails are the same. And I need something about 5 millimeters thick, and ideally I want it of the same wood as the cherry for the carcass. So all I've got to do is find a little piece of cherry, a little length of cherry, and then just cut that to size, and I can then glue that on. Now, a piece of cherry that I've got is one of the scrap pieces that I've been practicing with either cutting or marking. So that's long enough to provide some support. So like that, and then like that. That'll be fine. So if I cut, where's my pencil? And there we go. So if I cut, well, let's take it from this side, then the measurements will be correct. So that's the dimension just there, and I'll take a couple of lengths across there with the bandsaw, and then I just need to cut the thickness as well. So just clear the fence. Like that. Then that's because of the base not being fixed, that's why that line there is on a slope, but I really want at this top end, that's where I want the cut to be. So like that, lock that off, and that should go down very smoothly. So I just need my push stick my ears. That's that. Just check thickness. Now that's come out at 3mm. And that actually is about right. So, although I could do with, no, it needs to actually be another 2mm thicker. But that's still a nice cut, so let's see. So that is 24.5, so that needs to come down to 22.5. So 22.5. Now there, lock that off. There we go. And I know what I did. I was measuring from that side of the blade and I needed to measure from that side. Okay. So from the edge of the blade now to the edge of the piece is 5.5. So slack it off slightly. Four and a half. 5. Right, let's try again. That has given me a piece 4mm thick, and that's just right. So I want 2 pieces like that. Like that. And yep, that's good. So while you can't see exactly what I'm doing, I'm just offering these up to the workpiece just to make sure they are the right thickness. They are. Good. So that's that cutting done. So this is the corner that I'm trying to snag. There's one of the pieces of timber that I've just cut, and I really need to fit that there. But that in itself is going to pose a problem, because it's quite a long way from the base and because I've miscut this slot anyway, it might just pay me to glue that in there. That way it will not move. If I just glue it to there, that's, although it's a long section, it's not a very big section area wise. But if I glue it into this slot, the base will still move, the rails will still move with moisture variation, but I will have this rail and its slot just giving added support. So yes, I will glue it in there along with its companion, like that. Its companion needs to be shortened slightly, but yeah, that's a good job. I'm glad I'm working through this, and it'll be a long time before I stop snagging, I think. So what I'm going to do is actually put the short piece into the slot first. So that's the finished side, that's the cut side that I've just made. So I'm just going to put some glue on this cut side. And put plenty on so that it will hold fairly well and it won't come out of the slot. And yeah, that's that one. And that is going to go in there. Just squeeze like that, just so that it's making some contact with the base. While that's doing, I'll just put some glue on the larger piece. Yep. And then slot that in there like that. And with a metal piece just snagged in to that corner, it's going to hold everything in contact. In fact, what I might do is use that piece of cherry that I took off the leg, just to hold everything into place. just while the glue goes off. There we go. So the snagging is gluing up at the moment down in this corner here. So while that's going on, I'm going to just take the lid off, take all of the metal work off, and then that's preparatory to sanding everything down. So let's disconnect the stay first. There we go. Now, I've got to be careful because, of course, this screw is the only one that's holding the whole lid up. So support it from underneath just while I take that last one out. And I can now leave that to finish drying while I carry on with the lid. Now, while the gluing is going on, I'm just going to make a start on sanding the top of the lid. That, going back quite a few episodes, I gave an initial sand to. So overall that's not bad, but when I inset the banding, I took that down with a 40 grit. So all of that needs taking down to 180 grit. The panel raised where I've got the little bit of burning, that needs sanding all together, and so that's what I'm going to be doing now, using the small Bosch palm sander. And what I'm going to do is, I've got a sheet of 80 just to take these edges down, and I'm going to be doing that by hand like that. Then I'm going to put the 120 and 180 over on the machine. So just make a start. And that's feeling better already. So unfortunately the sound never did come back. I haven't a clue what happened, but as I've mentioned in the little notes, the palm sander just wasn't working. I needed to order a new swivel plate for that. Going on to the belt sander, the effect was good, but it just was too uncontrollable. It was too powerful a machine for what I was wanting to do. So I get so far, I remove the burning on the workpiece, but I had to leave it at that and then come back another day when the replacement swivel plate had come for the palm sander. So that's as far as I went for this particular day. Thanks for watching and look forward to seeing you next time.